What's up, guys? This is former Springbok and Rugby World Cup winner Brian Havana. You're watching Gareth Mason on Walking Tall with G-Man.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're focusing back on the All Blacks rugby and the coach that needs to be selected. There's a lot of talk going around that New Zealand rugby are taking too long to select a coach. I don't personally see much of the fuss because we've still got Super Rugby, we've still got internationals taking place late on in the year, but I think the pressure's been on because Dave Rennie, the Glasgow Warriors coach, former Chiefs coach, has been announced as Australia's head coach. So I think the pressure is now on New Zealand in order to find their coach. And firstly, all the best to Dave Rennie. I hope he can transform Australia into the rugby nation that we all know and respect. And I wish him and Australia all the best. And I hope that they can turn around what was not a great 2 years of rugby for them into something special, unique, and great again. So all the best to Dave Rennie and to Australian rugby. But now we've seen the Japanese coach just signed on for more time at Japan, so he's pulled out of the race for New Zealand. We've seen Warren Gatland pull out of the race for New Zealand rugby coach, and now we're looking at Ian Foster versus Scott Robertson. Obviously, assistant coach with Steve Hansen for 6 or 8 years. He knows the game, he knows the players, he's been around for a long time. Then you got Scott Robertson, who's won 2 Super Rugby titles with the Crusaders, done a wonderful job. I rate him highly, and I think he, in my opinion, should be the next All Black coach. But they are taking time, and there's a headline here that says All Blacks search for new coach branded embarrassing as New Zealand media talk up Wales for showing the way. New Zealand should have followed Wales, leading in appointing their new coach well in advance. I think Ireland did the same when they knew that their assistant coach would be the next coach. And I tend to agree because you can build it up, but we're all giving New Zealand quite a bit of flack. But South Africa don't have a new coach either. Rassie Erasmus has left. But yes, he's director, so I suppose he's got more control. He's still there, and he can select whoever he wants. So maybe that's not as serious. But New Zealand, coaching a team like New Zealand, the All Blacks, the team that's dominated world rugby for the past 10 years, to replace and fill the shoes of a guy like Steve Hansen, who took over from Graham Henry, two great coaches. It's a hell of a pressure job. Scott Robertson has gone out in the media and said he does not want to be an assistant. He wants full-on coach. A lot of people are saying bringing Ian Foster and bringing Scott Robertson as assistant, all sorts of roles, etc., etc. Also talk about maybe John Mitchell, but I think he's far down the line and all that jazz. So the question is, what are New Zealand rugby going to do? Why are they taking so long to select a coach? What is so tricky? Because to me, being a team like New Zealand, surely they should have had this prepared or had a guy in place, whether it's Ian Foster or Scott Robertson or whoever it may be. Maybe they wanted Warren Gatland or Joe Schmidt, and those guys pulled out long ago, and then they stuck with these two guys. And I mean, they're respected coaches. They've done well for their country. I mean, Ian has been a assistant to Steve Hansen, who's one of New Zealand's greatest coaches ever. Scott Robertson, like I said, has done wonders for the Crusaders. So, should they have selected earlier? Yes, maybe. But again, Jamie Joseph, also, there was a lot of talk of him being there. But like I said, he's stuck on to Japan. So, a lot of things are happening. We're seeing things being named, but everyone's waiting for who the hell is going to be the next New Zealand coach. Since just a few weeks ago, New Zealand Rugby announced that there were 26 homegrown candidates to replace Hansen after the Rugby World Cup. Now, there's a lot of candidates obviously in that list, but who could it be? Now it looks like it's a two-horse race between Foster and Robinson, and rightly so, but I think New Zealand need to now pick a coach so that they can prepare and get these guys sorted and all that stuff. I mean, Scott Robertson is already probably prepping for Crusaders unless he knows what's happening behind the scenes. Super Rugby is like 2 months away. Things need to happen. Things need to be in place so we can see what happens. So a lot of pressure is on the line for New Zealand. And I read an article the other day. New Zealand guys, let me know what your thoughts on that. Someone said Steve Hansen should have quit 2 years ago, and then they could have started the rebuilding, and that could have changed the outcome. I think that's utter twat, because New Zealand still dominated, and still was solid in rugby union last year and this year. Yes, they lost to Ireland last year and to South Africa in one test, but they still showed a lot of strength. And it was only really the World Cup where they fumbled against England and shocked the world. I mean, before that, they absolutely destroyed Ireland. And so it's just a thing like that. I still rate Steve Hansen. I think he's the right man for the job. So I disagree with that comment. But the focus is on who is going to be the next New Zealand coach. My box, or my vote is for Scott Robertson. I think he's just a better one. I like his people skills and all that stuff, which I said before, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I do think they need to make a decision so they can develop the game further. Because all these coaches have pulled out. We see Australia's coach be named. South Africa has Rushy still, so he's taking his time. Jamie Joseph has signed on with Japan. Eddie Jones is probably sticking around still. Ireland's got their new coach. Wales is already sorted. Everyone's sorted except New Zealand. So shit needs to happen so we can see who's going to be the next coach. I'm looking forward to hearing the results, but when is it going to be? My vote's on Scott Robertson. Let me know once again your thoughts down below. But I think it needs to happen now. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.
Subscribe to his channel for more rugby content. You won't regret it. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.